Alright, so I made another put. I sold another put this morning. I did Dave and Buster's again because it had a really high premium. Let me go back here. You see, I got the rest of my $2,400 deposit this morning, so I was able to mess around and buy some or sell some puts that had or on companies that were worth a little bit more. Um, but I ended up just going with Dave and Buster's again, and I sold a $17.50 put, and you can see right down here I earned a credit of $110. So, and it expires on this Friday. So as long as Dave and Buster's does not close below 1750, then I get all my collateral back, and I also get to keep the full $110. If Dave and Buster's closes below 1750, I'm obligated to buy 100 shares for 1750, but I also keep my $110. So that pretty much lowers my average costs. But like always, my plan with my backup plan, if my put option is to get executed, I'll just turn around and sell covered calls, which means you have to have 100 shares to sell covered calls. But let me come down here and I'll show you what that looks like. So let me sell a call. So if I bought them for 1750, I could turn around and sell a covered call right now for $375. Obviously, if the price goes from 2010 down to 1750, the price over here of a covered call is going to change dramatically. But I could still make some weekly income even with a covered call. Even though it might not be very much, but money's money, and based on looking at these premiums here, um, selling a put, I think I could still make $50 to $70, maybe even $50 to $100 every week on a covered call. Ideally, I would much rather have the cash. I think I'd rather have the cash than Dave and Buster's. Dave and Buster's, they do have a good dividend of 6.27%, but just right now, a restaurant stock is not something that I really want to have that much money tied up in. At least Dave and Buster's. I don't want it all in Dave and Buster's. If I'm going to hold restaurant stocks, I would prefer to diversify that. But even though they've done really well over the past week, 42%, and they're still nowhere near their what they should be at before the coronavirus. They're still half of that, but so there's plenty of room to grow up, go up. But I don't want 100 shares, especially for no bigger than my account is right now. I'd much rather buy a fewer shares of a lot more companies just to diversify, and I get more more dividend payments throughout every month. Where instead of just one big dividend payment, I like to see those trickle in, just so I can see that I'm making some money every month. But so hopefully this closes above 1750. But I was super excited to earn that $110. I only made that $15 last week, so this is a lot bigger than anything that I'm used to making by selling puts. But $110, if I could do that every week, that is some good money. Um, as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.